We're from St Gabriel's College, which is a member of London Citizens. We've come to St John's Angell Town Church of England Primary School to find out how housing is affecting their community. We're interested in what their Christian faith has to say about the housing crisis. How does housing affect your school?
Housing has a massive effect on the school, on the children. What we're finding of late is that we're having more and more parents being evicted from their homes, which then impacts on the children's achievement at school, on their attainment, on their progress, because just yesterday I've had a child come in to say that he's very, very sad and he's had an awful weekend because they've been evicted from their homes. I've also had a lot of parents who've been rehoused outside of Brixton, and that has also a massive impact on the children because they settled in school and all of a sudden they have to up and leave, and this has caused, lots of challenges.
One of the impacts of the current housing crisis on our school is staff retention and recruitment. On the retention side of it, last year we lost a very experienced member of staff who worked in the school for 6 years, was a curriculum leader, was our maths leader, and because she wanted to start a family, she got married and wanted to start a family, she couldn't afford to live in the local area anymore, so her and her partner have had to move outside London. On recruitment, a lot of schools, when they advertise, they get maybe 120 responses to one job. We're lucky if we get 2 or 3.
My faith teaches me primarily to love God, to love my neighbours as I love myself. And I think of all the ways that I can do that. This year particularly, we've been asked to show God's love and God's mercy. And one of the ways that we've been asked to do that is thinking about looking after the homeless, sheltering people who don't have a home. Now for me, if my faith is telling me that I must do that, I always look to the Bible for my inspiration. So one of the key verses in the Bible comes from John 14, verse 2. And Jesus says, "My Father's house has many rooms, and I'm going to go there and I'm going to make a place for you there, and you just need to follow me there." So if Jesus is saying that his house has many rooms, it means there's place for everybody. So that means we must also help others to find places where they can have a room, they can have shelter, they can have housing. Everybody wants to have a house, everybody wants to have a roof over their heads, everybody wants to have a place to go to be comfortable. And the responsibility that I feel as a Christian is to help people, my neighbours, to get that. At the moment, where we are living in London, many people, whether they live in London, whether they've come here as migrants, whether they're refugees or asylum seekers, many people have challenges around housing. And as a person of faith, I think it's really important to work to help people get a better life and to get housing where possible. Well, what are the things that we can do? Firstly, we look at the people who are in the church and what their housing needs are. And people in our community, like I just said, are challenged by issues of housing. So where we can, we help people in the community. We help them maybe to write letters to the local council to help them find housing if they don't have it. So one of the big things we do is to take action by helping people and writing letters and talking to people in power. The other thing we do is we work with other organisations and we come together to find out what the needs of the community are, and then we act together to try to bring about a change. So there's lots of organisations. So our church works with our school works with an organisation called London Citizens, and we all work together with other groups, other faith groups, other schools, other community groups, and we work to bring the voice of the needs of people to those who are in power, and we ask them to take action and to make the changes that are necessary